Hey, says I'm live, so I'm assuming I am. And there are three of us here. So um, I am Teresa. I'm streaming. Hi, Eileen. I'm going to stream for a little while. I don't know. We normally eat here in a couple hours. So hi, Teresa. Hi, Kat. Hi, CB. Hey, Josie. Hi, Dorothy. So I probably should have gotten myself some fresh coffee or something. Hi, Jean. Hi, Deborah. And Kat and Sharon. Yeah, it's been what, about 2.5 seconds, Jean? New jelly print or jelly plate that Eileen sent me. And she also sent me 12 of the Distress Oxide inks to play with it. But when I opened them today, when they got here, they were the ones I already had. So we're going to have to figure out either to do an exchange or she can just get her money back or something. I don't know. But really, I don't use them enough that I need duplicates. So I'm going to be using the old ones. And they should still be good. I mean, they should still have plenty of ink. I don't use them all that much, but still be plenty of ink. So that's what Eileen sent me. And Eileen, thank you so much. We're going to play with them and see how we do. Okay, and I had to dig out layers because I had put them away when I did my other jelly print plate away, and I haven't used them since. So, yeah, now I get to use my brayers that had been put away. But before I do that, these are just sheets that I was playing with at Joyce's. Just got them out and played with them a little bit. Yeah, I know it, Eileen. It's a pain in the neck, but what are you going to do? But then yesterday, I don't know if y'all heard about the package talk. Eileen sent it to me and you'll get it today. And then late in the afternoon, she said, it's been delivered. And I had been to the store to get groceries and I got home. And a lot of times if we're not here, they'll just set it out on the golf cart or open up the breezeway and put it in there. And I went out and looked and it was like, there are no packages here. But I was expecting a delivery from Amazon too. So I went outside and I looked around. It's like, there's no packages here. And normally my UPS guy comes about 3. So it was pretty much wasted time the rest of the day. And then Eileen found out that they had taken it to the post office. UPS had taken it to the post office and the post office delivered it and somebody named Shandy signed for it. It was just like, oh my God, what a mess. So I thought, well, today I'll call the post office and I'll go down to the condos where I thought it might be delivered. Anyway, long story short, my package from Amazon came UPS. And it was delivered like at 6:30 last night. Hi, Galena. Hi, Joyce. That never happens. I never get packages that late ever. And what really hacked me off was Robert brought it in, and I haven't had my regular hunky UPS guy in a while because he had some minor surgery. And it was my normal UPS guy. And I didn't get to see him. I was so bummed. I was so bummed. But anyway, I did my stuff. So that was what Eileen got sent me, and I got it today. And then the stuff that I had ordered from Amazon, I just ordered this empty palette to put the Daniel Smith watercolors that my niece gave me. I'm going to put them in here. They just needed a home. So I got that. I got some of the blending powder, colorless blender for the pen pastels. I did not order any more of those. And then I couldn't help myself. I went ahead and ordered the Woodlands Prima watercolor. Oh, and then the other thing I ordered, I was going to say, I thought there were 4 things, and which I have not swatched or done anything with. But I like the Prima watercolors. I really do. I know he made a special delivery and I missed him, but I'm glad he's back on my route. I just don't know why he was so late. And then I ordered some, they weren't expensive, real expensive, but I did order some round brushes because I have a lot of flats. I have a lot of angles. So I bought some nicer watercolor brushes to at least give myself a fighting chance at maybe learning some of this watercolor stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to show the pens next, Lynn. And then today I got a message from my neighbor and she said, hey, did you order me some Japanese pens? And I said, no, but I wish I had thought of it. And she said she had gotten some Japanese pens, but she had no clue where they had come from. And sadly, I'm a piece of crap neighbor and I didn't think to send them. But she said, well, when I figure it out, I'll open the package and send you some of them. You know, I'll have Lane bring some down. So in a few minutes, he showed up and they're Muji 0.38 nib pens. They're nice. They are really nice. Can you see that little tiny nib there? I'm sure it's not focusing real great, but yeah, these are nice. And they are the hexagon. They're six-sided, black ink. So I don't know. I hope I don't find out that I like them because I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to order them. I think you can order Muji online, but I'm sure it's not cheap. But I wish I was back in Australia so I could just go. They do great doodling on watercolor. Well, we will give them a shot, Lynn. We will give them a shot for sure. But yeah, I did use one of them. One of them I'm going to leave the wax on. But this one I took the wax off. Muji pens, well, a lot of the Japanese pens come with the wax on the nibs. But yeah, they make a very nice thin line. So Amazon has them 15 for $5. Well, Lynn, aren't you just a little enabler? You and Eileen, I swear to God. Amazon has the Muji pens 15 for $5. Well, I don't know. And I've shown you guys before, my absolute favorite pens of all times are these Hybrid Technicas by Pentel, and they're 03 nibs, and I love them. So let's see how they compare. They're very comparable in nib width. So I think it's going to be a toss-up. Then it just comes down to which one is really cheaper, right? What are you going to do? So that's all my cool new stuff that I got. So now Eileen better put on her bossy pants so she can tell me what she wants me to do next. And I got 3 different kinds of paper. I think it was 3. This is just inexpensive sketch paper. I got out some recycled craft. And I cut it down since the Gelli plate is 5 by 7. And then a couple sheets of watercolor. Just, it's real inexpensive watercolor papers. So we can try it on all 3 and see if it behaves the same on all of them or whatever. So yeah, it's been a happy holiday for sure. And then I don't think I'm expecting anything else. I don't think I have anything on order at the Wish app or anywhere else. Distress inks are really kind of fun, but we're going to find out how they act on the Gelli plate. Jen did this the other night. Oh, and she did some really pretty ones. So we are going to open this Gelli plate up. Sorry for the noise. That was loud, I'm sure. Okay, send your little brochure. You know, the one thing Jen had the other night that I'm kind of itching to buy, and I need to buy any more junk, like I need a hole in my flipping head. I really like the small round one that Jen had. I really did. I think that would be fun. Hi, Crafty Kitty. Welcome. I don't believe you've been to my stream before, so welcome. Okay. You got 10 Distress Oxides today. Yay, you, Dorothy. So, I don't know, Eileen, how do you want me to do this? Like, I can't remember how Jen did it the other night, but I like that one where she kind of had the half sheet. And I think she was putting this direct on here. So, oh, you have been here? Oh, good. Then welcome back. I'm going to start with green and blue because that's what I always do. And then we can go into crazy colors later. Let me put this away. Get out of baby. Eileen, get your boss pants on. Tell me the first thing you want me to try so we can show these people. She went direct from the pad. That's what I thought too. I know later she used her brayer, but I thought she went direct from the pad. So I'm going to have to hold this down. I might have to get a piece of glass. I might have a piece of glass. If my pads get contaminated, you guys, because according to Tim Holtz, you can just wipe it off and it comes clean. All right, we need a third color on here. Hey, how about purple? Okay, do I wet it? Do you want me to wet it before, Eileen? And then put some ink on your mat. Add water and splat it on. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do the purple splats and maybe some dark blue ones. Got to get the paper out of the way here. Need a good splatter brush. Where's my good splatter brush? Right here. Woo! That kind of went everywhere. Can you guys see this? Oh, that camera is really crooked. Let me straighten that up for you guys. That even bothers me. And then put some ink on your mat, water. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. That's probably enough. All right, I'll do this first one on white, on the white sketch paper. It's going to be pretty light, I think. And I cut this paper to the 5x7 size. I think I am going to like this 5x7 Gelli plate better than I like the 8x10. And the reason I got rid of mine is I used it when I got it, and it was just like I enjoyed it and loved it and had fun. And ooh, that's kind of cool. And then I had like 10,000 backgrounds. It was like, are you going to do this again, really? I'm going to add some more. I'm going to turn the paper upside down, and I'm going to add some dark blue. And it's weird how the oxide, how it works. I don't know. I don't always get it. Let me wait. Clean this up. No, I'm not going to add more of the original color. I'm just going to add the blue splats. Oh, and I guess I could be telling you guys the colors of these if you want me to. Okay, I did put it upside down. I've used, let's see, the light blue broken china, cracked pistachio, wilted, one of the distress products. Oh, you can't even hardly see it. Kind of just disappeared. No brayer. I have a brayer. Yeah, I can bray the paper on it, and I can brayer the ink on. I wanted to do, I'm going to clean this off first, I think. We can brayer it on next. But yeah, I have brayers. Lots of different sizes of brayers. That reminds me of that brayer. Oh, I guess it was Carrie Ann gave, we'll do, let's see. I want to do the blue and the brown for sure. You want me to brayer the ink on this time? We're going to change colors. I don't know how this is. Yikes, that brayer doesn't work so good. All right, here we go. What color do we want with the one lipstick? Oh, Eileen doesn't like. We're going to do green. Something to brayer this off on. There wasn't much left on that CB. Get it different here. This is a brand new brayer, actually. I never even used it, I don't think. Oops, I got some little purple on there. I'm leaving this so I can use it for splatters again. I like the square look too. I do like it. I guess I'll just move this stuff. I'm gonna have to move something out of the way here. All right, you want me to splatter it first? I'm gonna splatter it with the dark blue. Pick it all up at once. I'll do this one on the color paper. It won't look like there's much on the plate, but there's more than it looks. Oh, okay. Well, when I pick that up the second time, put it down, that blue stripe, because I turned this upside down, should be up here. Just very little of it picked up. So there couldn't have been much left on there. All right, this is watercolor paper. And I didn't cut it down. I just didn't. It's just cheap Canson, 140 pounds. And I used it just because I had it out here. It doesn't get very thick, that's for sure. I'm going to add something more to this one. Because I can, yeah, I think I am. What goes good with pink and green? We use the light blue. It won't look like, okay, looks like patchwork. Yeah, I like that look too. I'm going to go directly over what's here. And add some of the pink darker. I think I hear the rat coming home. Yep. And spritz the plate with water and add the watercolor background. Okay, now I have to read that again. Was all right, yeah, I'm liking that. I like the when the pad is direct on the Gelli plate. I really do. I like the little bit darker color. I mean, I like the clear, the lighter coming through. It won't look like it dries fast. Yeah, I know it does that. Now brayer on a different color. Spritz the plate with water and add to watercolor background. Okay. I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to leave that too. We'll just add on top of it. So we've got the, I'm going to use the darker blue. I'm going to use the older brayer. I think it worked better than the newer brayer. I've had this brayer since college.
Well, I see you guys come right back this morning and got everything done.
He said they weren't coming back till late this afternoon, honey.
Late this afternoon.
Yep, that's what Ash said this morning when he was here.
Okay. And I guess it was this late afternoon, early afternoon.
Well, I don't know. I was really counting on him being here, but. And you can say hi to the people on the camera, okay?
You what?
I said you can say hi. Now spray the paper, get the oxide. Yeah. Do you have to do it while it's still wet, Eileen? I should get the mini mister out too. This one I'm going to go ahead and spray right now, just to get a watercolor background. I'm going to get a mini mister out. Another thing is, I'm going to go right on the edge so I can place it again. Hi, Ratatouille. Hey, Robert.
Hi, everyone.
You look so dirty.
I am dirty.
Did you get it done?
I'm done.
Cool. Ooh, I like that. Now add on top of that. Ooh, I like that. Spritz paper before you lay it. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to have to get out more watercolor paper. I want to do the tan though too. But you can see some of the pink has come through now. Let me see. I wonder how. I should do the yellow first the next time. Yep, I should. I'm going to get out. He is a dirty rat, Teresa. He's a very dirty rat. Let's see. I think this is just copy paper. I'm going to do a couple of just copy paper. And on this one, I'm just going to splatter it direct on here. This crap's going everywhere. I think the Distress Oxide inks are washable though. So wonder how the B paper would do. We could sure try it, Lynn. No law that says we can't try it because we have it. He's such a pig. Enough splatters. All right. I'm just setting them aside. We can add to them later. All right, I'm going to clean up this mess so I have more room here.
I'm going over to the burn pile.
Okay. Hey, there's a box there by the door that can go.
Okay. Box about where?
Right by the door.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try the B paper. All right. I'm wondering if I should, I'll just use one of these copy papers for cleanup. Get whatever's left on there off as best we can. I'm not going to clean it up in between. We probably won't get crusty bits, but we'll get a little bit more up. Okay, and it's got that oxide kind of white film on it. So I'll get the B paper out next since Lynn asked. And that was the marker paper. Yellow color. Yeah, I think it's yellow color. Isn't it? Yep. Oh, I've got a half a sheet ready to go. Yay me. All right, we're gonna do yellow first, and I like the darker, so I'm gonna put this direct on the B paper is marker paper. I used it the other day when we were just playing with what were we playing with? Markers and let's see, it was this experiment. Geez, now I can't remember what all we did. We did a whole bunch of experiments, and B paper, it was marker paper. What products work best on what paper, and this was the B paper. But I think at the end of the day, did I decide it was the B paper I liked best? I don't think it was. I think I ended up deciding that I liked the Strathmore marker. Yeah, it was the Strathmore marker that I really decided did a really nice job. And you can tell those got put away right away, right? All right, how do I want this one? What color do I want with yellow? Let's do green and yellow. But do I want the peeled paint? Yeah, let's do the peeled paint because we've already done a cracked pistachio. And according to Tim, spray the paper first. Okay. Zigzag some colors. I could zigzag it right now. All right. Spritz the, okay, now I'm getting conflicting information. Spritz the jelly with water. Okay. Yeah, Eileen, how does Janet want this one? Okay, I'm going to spritz the jelly plate with water first. Oop, and there goes the mini mister onto the ground. Yeah, there's even water in it. Today's my lucky day. I'll get the paper out of the way. All right, now this one's got a finer mist, so the whole thing kind of got water. And this is the B paper, and I should write that down. Because 5 minutes after this stream is ended, I will have forgotten this was the B paper. Ooh, this one's pretty. Very pretty. I like that one. I want brown spots on this one. We're going to add some brown spots. And I have walnut stain and vintage photo. I think I will do, oh, it's hard. I'm going to do walnut stain. Well, I don't really need to spray it because the brush will be sopping wet. Okay, now on top of this, I could stamp or anything else too. That's what I was playing with. While Joycey was streaming, I was just sitting here. Well, I actually did a Zentangle for the neighbor who sent the pens down along with a little gift for her. And then I was sitting here playing with the oxides and stamping, and oh, this is nice. Yeah, I like it with the extra layers. It does, Dee Dee, right? Yeah, that's fun. That is a fun background right there. Yeah, That's nice. So that was on the B paper, and I'm going to write that down right now while I'm thinking about it. I'm almost inclined to try and recreate that on another paper. Let's do that. I'm going to recreate this exact thing or something very similar using the same inks and see if we get the same. I mean, I'm not going to do the exact same pattern, but same colors, same everything. I guess I could cover these while I'm not using them, eh? A. I sound Canadian when I say A. All right. I did spray that before you know what? This might look really good on the craft paper too. Let's do it on the craft. I did mini mist this before I might have a little bit more water this time. I don't know. But the craft paper, I'm going to do it on craft because I think these colors will look good on that. It'll buckle with the water for sure. But that's okay. I don't mind the buckling. Makes it look old. Yeah, that's cool looking. You guys maybe can't see it that well. Let me see. I've got the lighting right now is really weird because it's late in the afternoon. I've got light, a lot of light coming in. Hi, Mary. Hey, Monique. I'm going to go ahead and do some more of the splatter color for it. It's harder to see on the craft, but it's still cool looking. All right, here's splatter brush. I wonder, rather than doing it on the plate, I'm just going to splatter direct. Lighting is definitely more yellow, isn't it? I don't know which is better or worse. I can't tell. But the walnut does not come out real brown, you guys. And I think it's whatever makes it oxide. I go ahead and stop this up on this paper so you can see that I think it's the oxide part of the walnut that keeps it from being like the real brown, dark brown that you expect from walnut stain. See, it's not really a dark brown. That probably should have stopped it up with that. It's impossible to paint and type. Yes, it is, Mary. But we've probably all been there. Of the craft is my least favorite, and maybe it was my color choices. So let's do another one. I'm going to do that yellow green again. And I'll spritz again. This time, probably should get a paper towel. Get those off as I'm contaminating them, but I'm not going to worry about it. Must be the oxide recipe. That's what I'm wondering. If the oxide doesn't alter how it works. And I'm getting a lot of corners here, which is fine. or edges, straight edges. I'm going to put a little bit more water on this time. Because the water will help get rid of those straight edges. All right, here we go. And this is just try stamping on the jelly with the oxides and see what it does. Okay, we'll do that next. We'll add some stamping. And this is just regular copy paper, so it's bound to buckle a lot worse, but I don't, it's all good. No worries. And that's what's oh, that one's really pretty. Now this paper absolutely sucked up that ink and the water a lot. So maybe copy paper is where it's at, man. I don't know, but that's really nice. That is really nice. Now, what I really wish, and on this one, if I was going to add splatters, which I'm not going to do, or I might, but I'm going to use like a regular ink. So wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and on the tan one that I wasn't crazy about, I'm going to go ahead and spray this again. And since I'm not outrageously crazy about this, I'll just use it for cleanup prints. Who knows? Maybe it'll turn out okay and I'll end up using it for something at the end of the day. And if not, oh well. Nothing gained, nothing lost. You like the thinner paper too? Yeah, I like that first blue one though. Maybe I should go ahead and wipe this off. Get some of that oxide off there. Because that oxide portion of the ink is really sticking to the plate. We're going to stamp now with it. And I wipe that off because I don't want the water on the oxide ink pads. You like how the jellies turn out on tissue or napkin? Yeah, we could try that too. All right, let's see. I just have the text stamp out here, so let's use it. And we're going to do it full strength unless Eileen tells me to put water on it. And I'm going to use the, the dark, the walnut stain. You know what? Nope, we're not. We're going to use one of these yellow brown prints that we had, and we're going to use the fire brick for the text stamp. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, fire brick. And of course, this text stamp actually goes edge to edge on this, which is really cool. It doesn't really have any direction because it doesn't really say anything. So I don't have to worry about up, down, backward image, nothing like that. Are you going to try using the regular Distress inks on the plate? I hadn't really thought about it. Do it full strength? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But while I'm sitting here running off at the mouth, it's drying. Okay, we're going to do it on this one. I think I can see where the image is. This is on the B paper one. And it came out nice. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Can you guys see that? That came out really nice. Yeah, but it's just pretend text, CB. I mean, you can't, it's not directional. It just looks like marks. So you can't tell. I love letting Eileen be bossy. I love letting her be bossy. That's half the fun for me. Okay, Jean is saying she's used the regular Distress ink pads on the Gelli, and they turn out very soft and lovely, like watercolor. Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything. It's just text, like old fashioned. All right, now, that's fun. I think if I wet it, it would just turn into a blob, Eileen, honestly. But we've got this other clean off print. The crown. I'll go ahead and do it again. And I don't know about using these oxide inks on your stamp pad. I really clean my stamp pad or my stamps off after I use them. So that could be a consideration. You know, you might want to, because I don't know what's in the Distress inks to make them oxide like they do. I don't think they would hurt your stamps, but that's one consideration. You might want to just clean off your stamps when you use them. Don't know, but better safe than sorry. This one I'm going to get the mini mist from far away, so I get light mist, not even in the right direction. So I'm going to get light mist, not heavy waters. If it dries on a big plate, will it still work? If it dries on a big plate. Are you talking about the oxide inks, or I'm not sure that I'm following Mary, I'm sorry. Or maybe somebody in Jean can help me out with questions where I don't follow. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it still worked. A little bit harder to tell that it's text. It's more smushy. Smushy is a word. There is no solvent, however, is left. It will revitalize next stamp if you don't clean it off. Okay, there you go. So there's no solvent in it, but it will reactivate. Both if using on a larger plate. Well, Hi, Joey. Smush. Smush is a good word. It describes a lot of different things that go on in this world. But I'm loving this one. I'm loving this one a lot, a lot, a lot. And you can kind of see how some of that oxide, and I'm not sure why it's not more prevalent, because it's the kind of the gray film that you get that makes it look like it's oxidized. If it dries, you would need to spritz with water, or you can add more ink to pull up the first layer. Yeah. And maybe even clean up at the very end with some acrylic or something like that. But see how there's some gray spots in there? That's the oxide at work, and it's the water that activates that. So if you don't get it wet, it's just going to be like the pink in the background. Now, one thing I don't know about the oxides, because I haven't used them that much, is if I sprayed this with water now, and I guess we could just, let's learn something, because I don't care. I'm going to spray this with water now that it's dried to see if it will reactivate more. Oops, I don't want that one getting wet because I like it a lot. Okay, we're going to see if we get, and I'm not going to do anything to it other than spritz it with water and see what it does all on its own, because it's kind of like magic. And this one's dry enough now. I think we could add to it if we want. If you are using the inks on a larger plate and the inks dries before the pull, It I don't have enough experience that I feel comfortable necessarily answering that, but I would think my common sense tells me that if the inks are drying, if you goof around too long and they dry, you would have to get them wet again. And I got some gunk on the plate here that I don't like. I guess it'll come off later. The pigment ink part. Yeah, because this is a combination of dye inks, pigment inks is actually what it is. The oxide inks stay wet longer than the other inks and dry, and if dry, spritzy with water. Yeah. Can this be done on a glass plate? Well, I have done it. Okay, we'll just do a real quick experiment for you here, Josie, so you can see. I have on my craft mat, and I would think that glass is going to act much the same way as this craft mat. But I just, kind of like Tim Holtz has shown, where you just smush it down on the mat like this. 2 or 3 colors, whatever. I'm just using pink, and I probably shouldn't have done the orange. I'm not going to do any more of the orange. Reason being, the yellow and the pink that I put down there already kind of makes a nice orange on its own. So I'll just spray this real quick. This is what you're going to get if you use just the oxide inks on something other than the jelly plate. But I would think if you have a sheet of glass or something, yes, you could do this as well. But this is fun too. I mean, I've done this quite a bit. In fact, this is how I more commonly have used the oxide inks, is put them down like that and then just layer them up however you want. Now I will go ahead and add the orange. I didn't bring over any paper towel because I'm a dope. Gray might be nice in this too. I haven't hardly used the ice spruce. I do like this ink pad though. I like the kind of gray. And it looks really cool when it's oxidized. And if you're using kind of like this is pretty absorbent. It's just copy paper, but it's pretty absorbent. The oxide part of this is going to go ahead and mix with these. So you be careful of the colors you choose to use together, because it will turn to mud. It's just like any other color mixing. You're going to get mud if you're not careful about the color choices. Okay, so that's what it's like if you just do it on any surface, non-porous surface. Which these can be really cool too, like stamp on top of these. I like gray in this a lot. Now let's go ahead and dry it, and I'll just let it soak up whatever's on the table there. Because this was so wet when I did it, you can kind of see how it's oxidizing here on the edge. This should get a lot of oxidation. Yeah, I like these colors too. But if I'd have chosen, like if you just think about it, say I wanted purple in with this, I would have gotten mud, because the yellow and the purple would just make gray. So if you dry between dregs, the color will layer and not mix. But the oxide portion, I think, still does, Eileen, because I learned that just a few minutes ago. And I'll show you. Of course, I went over it, so yeah, you can see it on this one. When you guys start seeing the colors after it, starting to buckle a little bit. Probably dry enough. Yeah, it is. But you can see on this one where I'd used almost the same colors as I used on this one. I'd used the pink and yellow, and then I added some of the broken china. And you can see, and it was dry. I did the yellow orange first, or the yellow pink first, and then added the broken china afterward. And you can see where it got really muddy in places, which I didn't mind. I didn't care. I'm going to use these for backgrounds for a different project. They're only going to show a small portion of this is just going to show. So, didn't matter to me. And then this one, I just did the yellow and the pink, and then added a little bit of orange on top, and then added the green and spritzed it with water to wash out the type. So that's kind of what happens. How do you condition your plate? I don't condition my plate. Do we have to use baby oil on jelly now? Wrinkle one out and smooth. Wrinkle one out. Oh, and then do it on the jelly plate. You want me to do this one? Wrinkle it and then smooth it so you only get part of it. That would kind of be cool. Let's try that. Only let's do it with a fresh one. I'm going to do a more of a solid background. And then wrinkle it so it looks crackled on top. I think that will be cool. What color do we want? The yellow base is always nice because you can add a lot of different colors to yellow. I've never, of course, I gave mine away, so I didn't care. But do one color dry and then another color dry. Okay, let me do a half a sheet on the plate, and we'll give that a go. We need to do a blue and a brown one. I like blue and brown together. But brown will have to be the top layer. So let's do blue and purple. No. Oh, this is so hard. We're gonna start with yellow again. Where did I put the jelly plate? This one's so little it can get its bad self hidden. All right, actually we're gonna do all right. We're going to do yellow and green. Only we're going to use the cracked pistachio green. When I'm done today, what I will do to clean these off is I'll take a paper towel and I'll just use this towel right now. But if you use a paper towel and wipe that off real quick, the pad won't be contaminated forever. You want some vintage photo on there? Okay, we can do that. We're not going to add water this time. She said she wants it dry, so we're going to do this one dry, and there's going to be some white spaces in between. This little 5x7 is a cute little plate. And I don't feel like I'm creating such a massive amount of paper as I did with that other one, that big one. Oh my God, my whole kitchen would be like covered with this stuff. CB, I like the smell of baby oil. Reminds me of my youth. All right, there we. Oh, that's different. All right, I think I'm not going to do exactly what you said, Eileen. I think I'm going to do some. I think actually vintage photo would look good with this one. in just places. I'm trying to eliminate the lines so that it's square, okay? But I'm going to spray this one. The vintage photo should just almost disappear. And then I almost wish I had black. Do they make the black one yet? Janet said, no, 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 Eileen. That is why I cut down my 8x10, made 4 different sizes. Yeah, Jean, I can see how and why I like that color scheme too. There's something just more controllable about this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All right, I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to crumple it up and maybe add that that other green on top of it. And then we'll do all the dry ones. Sorry, Eileen, let's start over. I'm going to crumple it up in just a second after I get it a little dry, so it holds its creases better. But I would like a really dark color. Well, the walnut would still dark. All right, we'll do it. Yeah, I almost wish I had black. I do have regular black Distress Oxide. This is a big old ball now. A couple of... Yeah, I wouldn't put photo paper on Gelli print. Yeah, I definitely would not put photo paper on a Gelli print. There's some sort of emulsion on that photo paper that I would not introduce to my Gelli plate. I mean, that's like a chemical reaction to happen. All right, here we go. We got a big old wadded up piece of paper here now. Now I'm going to let stain down. I don't want to smooth this too much because I really just want the ink on the fold parts. I think is the whole idea. Nope, emulsion will eat away your plate. Yeah, I would not put that on my Gelli plate. I really wouldn't. I don't know how dark brown this is going to be, but we're going to find out. If it, we're going to go over it with black in just the Distress ink. What? Oh, I think my rock guys are here. And when they said late afternoon, they meant late afternoon. Yep. Rock guys are here to finish my wall. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. All right, now I forgot. This is not real dark brown, but here we go. Glossy cardstock is on the plate. Yeah, you could get glossy cardstock. Mary, I just wouldn't. Nobody has ever told me that. My brain just tells me you probably don't want to introduce that. Oh, I got too much brown. It's still cool looking though. But now I'm wondering if I spritz this with water, I should get a fair amount of oxidation. Okay, see how this one oxidized a lot? Okay, we're going to oxidize this one and see what happens. And I could, all right, I got to cover the pad or I'm going to get it wet, and I don't want to do that. Where's the mister? I want to find mist. Hi, Debbie. Oh, okay. Gelli Arts themselves has said no photo paper. All right, where's one that we don't particularly care what happens to it? Right here. I'm going to see about just kissing some of that ink off. Didn't come up, but it did lay the paper down flat. Yeah, and see, now it's going to just oxidize. Can you see it happening? I can. And probably it would have been really cool with just splats. There's so many variations, right? Yeah, every time I do something, I learn it. I just learned something new. Maybe I just pushed too hard. We're going to try another one. Only we're going to use different. Let's see. Well, we can use this one. I'll just use this one. I'll just wad it up. How about that? Yeah, you can't do it wrong. Yeah, there's no such thing as wrong. But it didn't come out like, I guess what I should say is I envisioned just the dark. Well, I didn't expect it to be that dark, frankly. And I wanted it just on the high part of the wrinkles, not. So it's probably, I probably spread it out just too much. So, but you kind of got to spread it out a little bit. And I guess the way to get that, Dee Dee, honestly, rather than making this so damn hard, is just to take the ink pad and just hit the high spots. Let's just do it on one end down here and see, because that's more of what I had in mind. Olive brown is just take the pad itself and get the high points of the paper. That's better. Then you can get pretty, use some finesse to get it just right where you want it. Is that more what you had in mind, Dee Dee? This is more what I had in mind rather than an all over brown. But that's okay. We'll see what happens. We can use that brown one. We can try and do more on top of it. I'm so glad my rock guy showed up, you guys. This project literally has been going on since long before I went to Oz. And today, honestly, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel, and then I'll take a picture for you guys. So yeah, this is more what I had in mind too. And then I think if I wanted to flatten this, honestly, and not get the brown to oxide, because there's what the brown looks like after it's oxided a little bit, which I can add more to this. We can try. But get this to lay flat now. I think I could honestly wet the back of the paper and go ahead and smush it down flat. And it's not going to affect the ink itself. My hands are going to be like, oh, Robert's going to be eating Distress ink in his dinner. Yeah, see, there's what it is when it lays out flat, which is kind of cool. I like that. This would look really good on text paper too. Oh, you know what? CB gave me, and I was thinking the other day when I got home, I put all that stuff away, and I thought, darn it, I want to get out that paper that CB gave me. We're going to do something with it. I just thought of something when I was in there too. If you guys want to try some of this stuff and you don't want to buy a Gelli plate or something, you can get a lot of the same effects as a jelly plate, the cheapest way in the world is get a piece of fun foam. And if you have a brayer, I would say you have to, if you don't have one, you'd have to invest in a brayer, but you can use fun foam much the same way as you can a jelly plate. You really can. Because one time when I wanted something that was kind of that same sort of effect, that's what I did. This is the tissue paper, and I don't know how this is going to work because it feels kind of like it's got a coating on it, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So thank you, CB. We're going to do CB experiment. Oh, Dorothy, my heart breaks for you. She has to eat a chocolate eclair now. Wow. All right, here we go. We're going to jelly this bad boy. We're getting the jelly plate back out here. It is a deli paper. Yeah, see, I'm not sure what to expect, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out right now. My favorite colors were the yellow and that olive-ish kind of green, but I like the blue and the purple too. This might look really good with the yellow and just a very little bit of yellow and vintage photo to make it look real old. Jean said she started making her own jelly plate with gelatin to make sure you'd like it and use it, and it changed my world for understanding layers. Yeah, because you do have to kind of think backwards. Okay, Teresa's saying purple and green. Purple and green it is. She spoke up first. I wonder if I want that green. No, we're going to use the lighter green. And I don't know why I always put my pads upside down, so then I have to go and search because I've never put little dots on the edges of this. All right, and we're going to get it wet too. All right, no, wait. Eileen had told me instructions, so we're going to do it Eileen's way this time. Eileen, you're saying do a dry layer and then another dry layer. So go ahead and explain to me what I'm doing here, and we'll do that little experiment that you had in your head. And I needed a baby wipe. That's what I needed. Upside down is what you were, and see, I don't know if that's the case. Okay, Dee Dee, go have some fun. And thank you again for the happy mail. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right, Eileen is no longer paying attention to me. She has had enough of my crap for today, and she is apparently out of here. So, and it's her dinner time in all fairness. Hell, it's getting my dinner time. I'm not going to be able to keep this up too much longer. All right, I'm going to do the bottom half of the paper because this London, I definitely want to do this like with vintage photo and maybe some of the amber to make it look old and distressed. So I'm wondering, all right, I think I'm going to brayer this on, and which means it's going to be a lighter. Okay, here she is. Add the color wet. Add the color, wet the jelly plate, then dry the paper and do it again. Okay, all right. So I'm going to add the green first. Yeah, I'm going to add the green first. It feels like there's absolutely nothing on that. And look, there's like nothing on my brayer, but I have to clean it off in between colors because I don't want to have to be cleaning like the whole pad. All right, we're going to add purple. And I'm going to be getting it wet, so I got to get this stuff out of here. I can't tell where I got it now. All right, we're going to find out. And it's going to be light. We already know that because we tried the brayer thing. She said, get it wet. We're going to use Mini Mister. And to get the whole sheet of this. And I don't know how it's going to act on this because this feels like it's got some coating on it. So we're going to do one edge of it. I like it though because it's see-through. That's cool. And deli paper can tolerate the moisture. Oh, it's not taking any of it. Not any of it. It is resisting that like crazy. So yeah, I'm going to have to do something different with this paper because it is absolutely resisting everything. So yeah, this I'm going to fold over. We might try direct to the, I need a cleanup print here. We might try direct to the paper. Standard. Okay, Xandra just tweeted she's going live at 7:20 tonight. Cool. Is that fish and chip paper? I don't know. Ask CB. That was a gift from CB when we were in Oz. So that I don't know. Yeah, see, it left quite a bit on the plate. So I'm going to go ahead. We'll do this. I'm going to leave whatever's on the plate there. But I want to do Eileen's technique. So I'm going to go ahead and those guys are back there sawing rock, literally sawing rock. So I don't know how long you guys will be able to tolerate that noise. I'm so excited for that to get done. You have absolutely no idea. Oh. All right, this is purple and green. Don't know how this is going to go. We're not going to put a huge amount of water on it. As a rule, I like purple and green together. I really do. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, it'll have a grief boost. I just wanted to try it. Sorry, I get things, I don't know how they move down toward me all the time. All right, so Eileen said, put this down. Oh, that's weird. But we're going to cover it. We're going to put stuff on top of it, so it doesn't really matter. You can barely hear rock sign. Actually, didn't notice it until you mentioned it. Okay, good. Right now they're pounding, so they can pound away. They can pound away all they want. I did spritz the plate with water, Eileen. I really did. I promise. Maybe I didn't get all the parts, but yeah, I did. And I don't know why it has holes, like why there's a hole right there. But I really did. No, that's the guys out there pounding on the rocks. They're getting to a point in the wall where they're having to cut to fit. And they've done a beautiful job so far. I'm not kidding. We went out last night after they went home, and I could not tell where the old wall ended and new wall started. They're doing a really beautiful, other than, you could see the wet mortar, but as far as how the rock continuation is, they have done an unbelievably beautiful job. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to add faded jeans to this. I will definitely, post it on Instagram. Okay. I will do that. Now this, I'm since I'm only adding the one color, the only other color I could add at this point, I don't know how, no, I'm going to wait. All right, Eileen, spritzing with a lot of water this time. We're going to try and get the edges of this to go away a little bit. I'm excited about the wall. I am excited about the wall. Oh my God. So who knows how late they'll be here tonight. I don't care how, they can stay here all night if they want. All right, she saw me spritz that. Look at the back. It's kind of cool looking. That's just off my hands. Oh, this is pretty. This is really pretty. All right, we're going to dry this real quick. I'm going to clean up that plate so I can set it aside. I love swatching, Jean. I turn on the TV and swatch like a maniac. I'm going to swatch those Woodland Primas tonight. And then, I shouldn't admit this out loud, but Robert wanted a nail puller or something from Amazon, so I got on and I ordered it for him. And I had put the next set of Prima in my cart, and I had forgotten that it was in there. And then when I got the email about Robert's tool that I had ordered, it said your whatever and one other item. And I said, one other item? I only ordered the one tool. And I got on there. I've got another Prima set coming. Not the same one. I'm liking it, Debbie. Look at it's here. It's right here. It's brand new, just out of its box. And it's not even out of its packages yet. I'm going to swatch it tonight. So yeah, I'm excited about the Woodland set. And the other one I bought I didn't have was Odyssey. Nice mistake. Yeah, but only I have to pay the bill, Monique. I'm going to add more green back to this too. You guys can't see the green that's back there, but it's back there. Very cool looking. Was it Essence or Odyssey that I ordered? I don't remember now. But you know what? I don't mind ordering those because I use them in the Beast almost every day of my life. So I just feel like, yeah. I'm going to add some pistachio back to it. This is pretty though. It really is. It almost looks like layers. Okay, and now this too is where I could add stamping or something. All right, that's probably dry enough. Yeah, I'm going to add some pistachio back to it because the blue kind of took over, but that's okay. Oops. There's pistachio. Because I don't know what I don't know what the green's going to do on top of the blue, but I guess we're going to find out. Is that a heat gun? Yeah. It's an old style heat gun. Yeah, I have a few of these. I have the one like Dee Dee has. I have this one. I think I have two of the ones that Dee Dee has, because remember, I got my mother's. But I let Robert take one of them out to the garage. Yeah, no, I'm drawing the paper, not the jelly print. Yeah, purple and green are always a good choice, Teresa. You know, never to use. Yeah, oh yeah, I know not to. All right. Yep, I'm glad I added the green on top. It made it just a little bit more greener. That kill me sometimes. More like the ones from a tool area in the craft stores. Oh, they work a lot better. Monique, these work so much better than that crap you buy at the craft store now. I don't know. Somebody must have sued them because they rebuilt them and they made them crappier. You know, it's like when you see new and improved on a package, run for your life because you know nothing about it is improved. It's new, but it's not improved. Yeah, you guys can't see the layers, I don't think, like I can. Let me see if I can, yeah, see, that makes it a little bit better where you guys can see the layers more now, too. This is a cool background. Yeah, it's more greener. See, crap like that kills me, Mary. All right, I don't have that much longer, but I'm going to pull out a couple of those that we did early on. Is this what you expected, Eileen, for drawing between the layers? Because this is pretty dry now. A little damp, but it's, yeah, you see new and improved, and you just know, like, it's going to suck, and you're going to get less of it, and they're going to charge you more. Show the paper with the weird yellow gray. The weird yellow gray. Weird yellow gray. There's one of them. Let's see what we got going on over here in this pile of crap we got here. And look at that one that Dee Dee said to do, and I got it all brown. I like this one a lot. I think they're all just piled up here. I don't know where they went. Here's the one with the brown. Here's the one on the craft paper. That one's really hard to see. But you can see the oxide on it really good. So who knows? Actually, the cleanup print is kind of cool. There's the cleanup print. There's blue, green. I like this one. I like that one a lot. Here's this one. I actually like this one too, and I think I'm going to add more squares to it. I'm going to be very careful where I put them, but actually, you know what? This one I'm going to stamp direct on the paper. Pad to paper. Because I know what I want. I don't know if I want the green or if I want the blue. The darker blue. I'm thinking I want maybe the darker blue. We're just going to try it. Bye, Mary. Have a nice evening. Okay. Wow, it's hard to go direct to paper with these pads. But I kind of like how this is coming out. Got to run to choir practice. Bye, Teresa. Have a good evening. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix us some dinner here in a minute. I'm not sure. I think I've got fish thawed, but I don't know if I want to do a fish mess tonight, but I probably will. And this one, I absolutely love this one. I think this one is so cool looking. All right, now Eileen, this is something I don't know. Now that this is dried, I don't necessarily, okay, we'll do it on this tan one. I was just going to say, now that this is dried, it's like if you want more white spots on it, you know, more of the oxidized white. I'm going to try it on this one. I'm going to splat with the, because I want big splats, not little splats. I'm going to splat with just water only. And see if I can actually pick the ink up. Or if after it's dried, I think after it's dried, it's toast. That's what I'm guessing. We'll see. Because that would be cool if you could go back later and lift some white out of it. Spritz with water. Yeah, see, that's what I did with the splot, so I could kind of see. I'll dry it real quick. But I don't think I'm actually picking ink up. It may be causing it to oxide more. Like on this one, it would be cool on this one if it had, you know, more white spots or something more of interest now. Now I could, let me think. I could add white acrylic, obviously. Spritz with water and then suck it up with a paper towel. Let me get a paper towel and we're going to give that a go on that one. Oh, you know what? I got to go tell this guy something real quick. I forgot yesterday they let the water run and they must run the well dry. And when I turned on the water, there was air in the pipe and it was like, oh crap. And if you've never lived with a well, yeah. But what happens is you burn your well pump up. But I'm gonna, all right. This little spritzer has a, all right, that does little spritzes. I don't want to miss the whole thing. So that's why I'm wondering if I shouldn't do it with a paintbrush rather than misting it. I'm going to try it. All right, got my paper towel here handy. Or should I, well, no, I did. You told me to do it this way. I was going to say, I'm wondering if I just spritzed it with the, okay, it does do that. You can lighten the layers, the colors here and there. Oh, cool. I like that. So then you could maybe finesse it a little bit more. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Knew someone that forgot to turn off her water hose and drained her well. Yeah, you can do that. But the danger, you know, I mean, the well's going to fill back up like in an instant. You know, we have a really, really good well. But the problem is the pump is down there trying to pump water, and you'll burn your pump up. And pumps aren't cheap. Yeah, we don't use the outside water spigots hardly ever. You can use baby wipe through a stencil for ghosting. Oh, Jamie. Hello, I like that idea. Do I have another dark one? We could actually do it on this one. But then you could stencil on top of it too. So there, yeah, there's still a lot of things that we could. We're probably going to end up doing this Monday again. Because here's some of my favorites. I love this one with the brown. I'm a brown fan. I like brown. This one is interesting. I do like this one too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on top of it, but I do like this one. The oxide ink on this one still isn't dry. So this might be one of my very favorites. I like this one too. This one I'm going to do more too. I just haven't decided yet. That's the cleanup print. That one's ugly as caca. This was Dee Dee's experiment. That one's kind of fun. I like this one. It's your Bronco colors. Yep. Go Bronx. Only right now I'm kind of boycotting the NFL. And y'all know the controversy. We don't have to go into it. This one I really like too. You like the squares? I like the squares too. You hate your well. It's a complex one, so it's pretty big and fills fast. But the rust in the pipes makes our water brown when it refills or gets worked on anytime. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I used to have some sulfur gas in mine, but the water softener took care of all of that. I don't have any. I mean, you'd never know I wasn't on city water since we put the softener on. And of course, you know, if you let it run dry, you have to treat the water and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whole different deal. So this one, this brown one, I want to try. I'm going to get it wet again and see if I can pull up more of that brown. I'm not going to get it wet. I'm softening this. The paper would be on your upper left with lots of dark ink. Lots of dark ink. Is it the one that I'm just doing now, Joycey? This one? Because this is the only one with lots of dark ink. I'm wondering if this isn't the one you're talking about. I don't know. Because actually I'm setting them off here to on my computer table. I'm not sure what one you're talking about. Really don't know, because that's it. I mean, that's all of them. This one is definitely unusual. Don't you guys see it on the table? Do I see it on the table? This was my cleanup print right here. A lot of dark ink on it. This is the only one with a lot of dark ink. Joycey, you've got me stumped, girl. My hand almost touched it. Oh my gosh. It's on the table. This one then? Are you talking about this one? Oh, okay. This is the one you're talking about. The one that I was using to brayer. Yeah, now I've got to wash this.
Thanks for the quick thinking.
Yeah, I hope they hadn't let that run too long. I had told Ash about it this morning. And he said he was going to talk to him, but I knew he wouldn't remember. It was the brayer off paper. Okay. Yeah, and it is kind of gray. It's gray with some brown on it. I sopped up the brayer made it look abstract. Okay. Yeah, that was just the brayer off paper over there. And this one I definitely want more brown on. So, because you can't see it that much on it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the vintage or the walnut stain again. Put a bunch of it down here. And let that bead up so it's no longer squares. And you need a lot of water for that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up with this one. Now it's more interesting. And this one was just to clean up too, so I'll just clean up the mess with this one. Sometimes just the random cleanup stuff can turn out really cool. I don't know what I'll end up doing with it, but yeah. But it's crazy how that walnut stain, when you add water to it, turns light. Yeah, I don't know what you were seeing, Joycey. That's funny. Okay, and then one last thing I'm going to try, and then I'm going to go cook the rat some dinner. I'm going to take one of the, all right, walnut stain is right on top. Oops. I'm knocking stuff off the shelf. Walnut stain is right on top, so I'm going to do it. I want to see the difference in just the, because you can do this just with the regular Distress inks too, right? Add water to them. Only they're going to stay dark. Okay, see how the walnut stain just kind of faded away on this craft paper? Now on this, with the regular Distress, it should not alter the color that much. It might be slightly lighter than 100 strength, 100%, but yeah, see how it came out darker? That's kind of what I expected would happen. So yeah, I would say you could easily, and maybe next time we will, work in conjunction with the regular Distress inks along with the oxides. Hi, Linda. But you can see how it, where the oxided areas are, it almost repelled the other ink, which is really weird too, because see how it filled in around it where there weren't any of the oxide inks. So that's kind of a neat technique too. Got to remember that. I'm going to add, did I put that back? Nope, I didn't. I didn't put it away yet. I want to add some down to the other end. And I want to see if it does it again. I think it will. Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like the oxides supersede. I want a little bit more. Well, no, I'll leave it. Because, yeah, this is the one that I had stamped the text on. I can still see the text in there very lightly now in the background. But the oxides definitely have taken this over. So that's really unusual. I never would have seen that without having done this. All right, heat gun. Well, I think it's absorbency button. I'm not sure that it's resist as much as the paper absorbed here, and it did not absorb where the oxides were. Yeah, they're fun, Eileen. I have to agree. You know, there's something very magic and unusual about. Oh, you know what else we've got to do, Eileen? I thought of this earlier. We need to do magicals on the Gelli plate. Have you seen anybody do that? Yeah, they're fun on the Gelli plate for sure. I agree. Yeah, we're gonna try it for sure. What's today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday, isn't it? Today's Wednesday. Dee Dee may try and stream on, because Thursday, I think Bren streams in the morning and then Jean streams, so there's no time Thursday. We'll probably do it. Oh, Debbie did it on Sunday stream. Damn it, I missed it. Debbie. Hi, Jen. Work, Debbie. Is it recorded? I'll go back and watch the recording. Watercolor is a fun and unique look on Gelli. Okay. Magicals and oxides. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to do it myself anyway, Deb, just to do it. Yeah, well, we're going to do it Monday. It's recorded. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and watch. But look at how that walnut stain has almost disappeared. That's crazy, isn't it? Just trying it. We're experimenting with oxides on a Gelli plate like you did the other day, Jen. I'll put through what we did, but then I got to go cook dinner. Some of us need to eat. I guess I don't need to really dry this. It's going to dry on its own, but yeah, I don't know where all that walnut stain went. I do like it, Jen. This is fun. I don't know how much of it I'm going to do, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the backgrounds, but yeah, it's really fun. And this one, remember I said the cleanup could be as much fun as anything you produce. Look at that how that walnut stain on the white with the vintage photo. And that was just cleaning up a mess. So that one came out pretty cool. Here's what we did, Jen. I really like that one of yours, Jen, where you did the squares on the Gelli plate. So we did this one with the squares. I like it. This is much the same sort of deal. I like this one. I like the soft colors of that one. Here's one where we did much the same thing on the Gelli plate, and then we stamped over it. One we did with water, one without. And this was just an experiment on craft paper. You made a notebook journal cover with your leftovers. Oh, that's cool. And then this one was just an experiment. One of the girls had asked about just doing the oxides without a Gelli plate. So this was one that I just did on the craft mat, and I crumpled it into a ball and went over it lightly with the walnut stain. So it just highlighted the creases in the paper. I like the way this one looks. I really like this one. This is one of my very favorites. Love it. It came out really pretty. I'm not sure you guys are seeing the colors as vividly. These were 2 shades of brown. Or 2 shades of brown. I need sleep or food or something. 2 shades of blue. They both start with B. But I like that one. This one may be my very favorite. Need more coffee, Jen. Yeah, I like the blue too. This blue, yeah, I like that one too. This one, you guys don't see this color. This one has more greener on it. I like the watercolor look too. This was just to clean up. That definitely has potential. So that's pretty much everything. And I've got some tissue paper out here. I'm going to leave that for Monday or whenever we do the magicals. I will let Janet pick someone to get the oxides, but you have to pay the shipping. What? Okay, Eileen, you want me to pick somebody? I have solar guys here installing solar hot water system. Ours was leaking. Oh, wow, Jen. That's why you're up early. Yeah, because what time is it? It'd be 5 in the morning. It would be 8. What, about 8 o'clock your time, Jen? 8 o'clock tomorrow morning? And then this is the one where I crumpled it and then put it back on the plate with the brown, and it didn't come out so good. But it has potential as well. Another problem, Jen, I have problems all the time. So Eileen, let's do you want to work on that, later, and then we'll do it? All right, let's plan on that for Monday's stream, Eileen, okay? And we'll come up with a way to pick, because, yeah, we have to have a way to pick that doesn't look like favorites or anything, because, yeah, we'll come up with a plan. But this one has potential too. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it. So, yeah, we'll work on that. So on Monday, yeah, there'll be a giveaway. And I'm going to clean up my jelly plate before I start doing the cooking. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with these. But I like them. They're fun. Now I have all these backgrounds again. Like, okay, you've got all the backgrounds. What are you going to do with them? But again, these could be the kind of thing where you cut when you cut it up into squares, it could make great mosaic tiles. That's another thing. This could be great collage fodder. So, and guess what I got from my neighbor today, Jen? She doesn't know where they came from, but she gave them to me. Gave me 2 of them. They're Muji pens. Can you believe? Muji pens on Monkey Island. Hello. We are not just another bunch of hillbillies over here, Okay, show me that paper you like. Which one, Joyce? This one? Do you want me to stick that in your envelope? ATC backgrounds, yeah. Muji, I know. I want Muji everything. I do. I want Muji everything. Joycey, do you want this one in your envelope? Because your envelope hasn't gone yet. The envelope isn't even out yet. But your pile of junk is here. Okay. It's going in Joycey's pile. Joycey is full of hot air. But it's a good kind of hot air. All right, you guys, I really, honestly, I've got to clean up this mess and get some dinner cooked. So I'm going to have to end for today. But next day or so, I will definitely be streaming again. And we are going to play with magicals on the jelly print, on the jelly plate. And hopefully I'll get a chance to watch Debbie's recording by then, because she said she already did it. And then I'll have to figure out like the watercolors. That might be really fun too. But again, if you want to do stuff like this and you don't have a jelly plate, get yourself some fun foam. It doesn't work exactly the same, but it's so close you don't know the difference. So yeah, get a piece of fun foam and play with it. But especially if you're kind of on the fence about buying a jelly plate, it will give you a good idea if it's something you would enjoy. I started telling him, Jen, about I was talking about my brayer. I've had this one since college, when I was running a letterpress, and it made me think of that huge ass giant brayer that Carrie Ann gave you. And I started telling him that, and I don't know, I must have got tracked. But man, you've got the mother of all brayers. Jen has the mother of all brayers. Yeah, I'm glad you, it's ancient. I know, right? College days. You better get it out. You could do entire walls with that bad boy. Are you kidding? From the 1800s. Oh my God. Now you guys are just getting ready to piss me off. All right, go have some fun, and I'll see y'all at Xandra's. She's coming on at 7:20 Eastern. So yeah, and she'll be showing her stuff from Maryland. So try and be there. It'll be a good time. All right, see you ladies later. Bye now.